Roadrunner's a pimp. Watch him strut. Strut. There you go. Watch him strut. The border monument marks the beginning of the Arizona Trail, and 800 miles north of here is the Utah border. For the next 2 months I'll be hiking the Arizona Trail. And across that fence is Mexico and the San Pedro Valley, which extends into the United States. And it was back in the 1500s that conquistador Francisco Vasquez de Coronado traveled through that valley. Coronado and his expedition were in search of Cibola, or the 7 cities of gold. Well, I've made the official start to the Arizona Trail, and I gotta tell you, it feels pretty good. And then in 2 days, Monday, I'll be setting north to Utah. And there's Juliet. Gotta give Juliet props for getting me out here. Good girl. These are the Huachucas. Somewhere up there is Miller Peak. Might be that one over there. Don't quote me on that, but I'll be hiking up that on Monday. Can't wait. Happy to be here.
Oh, good.
So I'm in Tucson, staying at my friend's house. It's Jillian and Zeke, and they've been wonderful hosts. And now we're gonna do a final weigh-in. Zeke, if you do the honors.
Drop this fucking thing.
Oh no!
Oh.
That's 13 ounces. That's a fix.
You're already
Fix
getting
that.
off to a really bad start. Come outwards here. What do we got here?
Food and water. Is that 21?
21, 22-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Call it 22 with the pad. So. All right, you ready, y'all? Doesn't look so tough. Yeah. Sure. If you just it's filming right now. So if you just hold it
Okay.
and put it on the saw.
Okay, get my fingers out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. You want it back?
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Have a good time.
You too. Take care. Yep, traveled cross country, all the work, camping, hiking, looking in books, applying for jobs, doing interviews. I can forget about it all right now. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy to be starting this trail right now, and hope it's a good one. See you out there. It's a beautiful day out here on the Arizona Trail on the border of Mexico. It's Mexico over there. And that's a good climb to start the trail. And there's still more up to go. Well, I'm happy to be up high here. This climb's been a real butt kicker. Well, this spot right here looks as good as any to lay my head for the night. Got plenty of western sunshine. western exposure here to watch the dying light. And my first impressions of the Arizona Trail are good, very good. I'm so happy today. I was so happy earlier to be on the trail. I felt like I've had a dark cloud hanging over me the past couple of days, just getting stressed out about work and the trail a little bit, making sure I had all my P's and Q's and my T's crossed and I's dotted, and yeah, it's all good. You know, whatever I forgot or didn't study up on, I can do out here, and it's not impossible to catch as catch can out here on the Arizona Trail. The city of Sierra Vista lies below. I'm in the Huachuca Mountains, what they call a Sky Island mountain range. There are many of these in southern Arizona. These are isolated mountain ranges separated by valleys many miles wide. The Dragoons are out that way, and farther north I'll be traveling through the Catalina and Santa Rita Sky Island mountain ranges. These sky islands provide refuges for species of plants and animals that during the last ice age 30,000 years ago would have been found on the valley floor below. At that time, the climate in the valleys was much cooler and wetter, but as the temperature increased over the thousands of years, the plants could no longer survive the warmer temperatures, and their last remaining outlets were in the mountains here. I noticed there are aspen trees here, and typically aspen are found at more northern latitudes in the year 2018. The case was not so many, many years ago. And you can even find snow in these sky islands. I heard last week the trail was pretty tough because a little snowstorm had come through and dropped some significant amount of snow on the trail, making it difficult for the hikers. I'm glad it's all melted. I can't imagine making that climb yesterday and even 4 inches of snow. Do you all hear that? I don't think there can be a more glorious sound in these parched mountains than running water. I'm at Bathtub Spring here, one of the first water sources on the Arizona Trail. I'm going to drink up. And you're probably wondering, well, what's a bathtub doing way out in the woods like that? Well, these mountains saw a lot of mining activity during the 20th century, and I'm guessing one of these mining operations brought it up. I bet they thought it was pretty funny. Whoever dropped it here probably thought it was funny. And I can see what looks to be an old roadbed just near the spring here. So there was probably a road up here at one point, and they got it up here that way. I came into the slush area here and figured there had to be water. I stopped and I could hear running water. So there's running water here. This is Rattlesnake Spring. and how different it looks from the other trailside scenery I've been looking at. Just so much grass in here. I'm gonna head down and see if I can find a nice pool of water. Oh yeah, this is nice here. Water is just trickling right down the middle of that gully. Comes down here, and there's a nice pool to take from. This is up pretty high in the Huachucas. There's no other water around here, and these little springs are great. Love them. And this pool here is 3 feet deep. Not too shabby. Good morning. Well, I didn't make it to Parker Canyon Lake like I wanted to yesterday. I'm about 2 miles short of it. There was so much downhill yesterday, about over 3,000 feet of downhill that was crushing my quad muscles, especially that little muscle right above the kneecap, and it was just too painful to walk, so I stopped. And I've recovered nicely over the night with the help of a little Advil, and I feel pretty good this morning. If I want to make it to Patagonia by Thursday, I have to do like 17-mile days now, and it's almost 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting a real early start, and I'm going to try to make it, but if my legs just aren't feeling it, I'm going to stop and take, it'll be 5 days to Patagonia. Well, I finished the first 21.7 mile passage of the Arizona Trail, and now entering passage 2, Canelo Hills East, 14.5 miles. And the lake is right behind the sign, but I'm going to keep trucking. And over to my right are more Canelo Hills. And way back in there are the Huachucas. Hiked over them. Adios, Huachuca. I went hiking and I got tennis elbow. How do you like that? Maybe not just yet. These trekking poles, I just started using them. I'm liking them a lot. But did just feel something a little bit in my elbow. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. And at the top of that last little pass, I was able to contact the stage stop inn in Patagonia and confirm with them my cancellation for tonight. And like I thought they would, they're going to waive the cancellation fee, and I pushed my booking until tomorrow night, so I have a place to stay when I get to town, and hopefully a steak dinner. Good morning. I've just had a breakthrough. First few days out here I haven't really been enjoying myself entirely. It's been an experience, but I haven't felt how I thought I would feel out here. And I think that was partly done on purpose. I guess I didn't have the confidence in my knee, so I didn't deep down want to be out here because the letdown would be so much more. But today it's day 4 and it's morning and it's beautiful, and I really want to be out here now. This is a trip of a lifetime, and I want it.